is a cardboard box. Let's say that together. A carton is a cardboard box. This word is errand. Let's say that word together. Errand. An errand is a quick trip to buy something. Let's say that together. An errand is a quick trip to buy something. Whistle for Willie, written and illustrated by Ezra Jack Keats. I'll be asking you more questions today, so make sure you're listening and answering them out loud at home. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. What did Peter wish? He wished he could whistle, right? He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around. Around and around he whirled, faster and faster. What did Peter do? He whirled around and around. When he stopped, everything turned down and up. And up and down and around and around. Peter saw his dog, Willie, coming. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled? Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. What did Peter want to do when he was hiding? He wanted to whistle, didn't he? Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line. Right up to his door. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. What did Peter do with the chalk? He drew a line, a really long line, right? He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still, no whistle. What did Peter wear? His dad's hat. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said,
"I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?"
His mother answered, "I know he's outside with Willie."
"Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter.
Peter's kind of playing a game with his mom, isn't he? What are they playing? They're pretending that he's his dad. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. What is Peter doing on the sidewalk? He's trying to walk on the crack, right? He's staying just on the cracks. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willie? Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. What does Peter want to happen? Remember, he wanted Willie to look around and wonder who was whistling for him? "It's me!" Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling. So did Willie. What does Peter do when he sees his mom and dad? He shows them that he learned to whistle. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. Where does Peter go? He's going on an errand to the grocery store. Let's say this word together. Carton. A carton is a cardboard box. On this page of our book, Peter hides in a carton on the sidewalk to hide from his dog Willie. We could also use carton another way. Like we could say, when we were moving, I packed my clothes in a carton. Let's say this word together. Errand. An errand is a quick trip to buy something. At the end of our book, on the very last page, Peter and Willie are asked to run an errand by his mom. She wants them to go to the grocery store. We could use the word errand in another way. Like we might say, I had to run a quick errand to go get gas at the gas station.